I think the biggest highlight of my career would be getting to work with my partners, Dan Brewer and Anthony Fuller. I was so fortunate to be able to work with them through the years, and they say that you work with your coworkers almost as much as you do with your family, and I think at this point they are family to me. And I feel the same way about working with Thomas Ingram, and he literally is family. So that's also been a highlight.
To describe Lee in one word would be conscientious. I think he's meticulous, and I think he's careful in everything that he does. And I think just to add a few more words to that is integrity. I think Lee has the highest integrity for his profession, for his client, for his projects, and just personally.
One thing about Lee I want to emphasize is that the Knoxville that he and I grew up in is not a city that many people were proud of. It was kind of a lot of things were run down. What was new was kind of embarrassing sometimes. People avoided downtown unless they had to go there for court or something, and that has changed utterly in the last 40 years, and Lee has been involved in a whole lot of that change, that positive change, without ever being in the headlines. You know, he's always been there showing people how it can work, showing people how this can happen, how we can improve this interesting old city.
An architectural highlight, I would say, would be working on the East Tennessee Veterans Memorial Project. It had a lot of programmatic requirements, but the main point of the project was to remember. And it's in World's Fair Park, so we were trying to create a very reverential setting for this memorial in a very noisy park. And our goal was to do that in a way that was deferential to the names that were on the memorial and to the powerful words that were put on the memorial. So that was obviously a very emotional experience for me.
Lee's an incredibly humble person. He'll be the first one to tell you he doesn't think he deserves this award, but I totally disagree. I think he, as I said earlier, he has led the forefront in Knoxville for historic rehab and restoration. I know he was doing the rehab of the restoration of the Century Building on Gay Street probably a good 10 years before anybody else was doing anything on Gay Street. And then, of course, he got involved with the Bijou Theater and did amazing restoration work there. I think I want to make sure that people understand that he was a leader in that area, which is now sort of what everybody takes for granted.
The thing that always comes to mind when I think about Lee is just his very calm nature and his way of presenting things and being one. I think the other thing too about Lee is he really listens, and he listens to what people have to say, and then through that process he's able to then create the kinds of projects that he's created.
Whether it's renovation or a new building, I think the greatest challenge is going to be creating a new paradigm of architecture for sustainability. We know how to do it. We already have the tools. I just think that we have to be more proactive. And our generation tried, my generation. In the 70s, we worked on passive solar homes, and we thought we were going to be the ones to make the change, and it just didn't happen. We've got to push hard this time, and I think it's their turn, and this is the time.